Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. We are rushing to school right now because things are afoot, and we need to go stop them. So let's go head there, and hopefully things are fine, right? We'll see. Stifling my breath, I follow after her. Thump thump. My beating heart, I follow her quietly to avoid being noticed. Thump, thump, thump. I feel regret. I don't have my knife tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is not good. That's kind of what you use. There's no moonlight, and it's now midnight. There isn't a sign of anyone else on the streets. Thump thump. Akia walks unsteadily. I try to silence my breath and await my chance. Thump thump. It's taking her a while to be alone. Where she's going is trivial. At least I thought we were going to the school, but maybe not, actually. I'm terribly thirsty. I'm incredibly Buddy? Pal? Can you not? Thump, thump, thump. I hope you're not doing what I think you're going to be doing, my bud. All of a sudden, I lose sight of her. Where'd she go? I return to the main street. I feel instinctively that I'll see her again if I wait here. I let out a deep breath. My heart is still burning. That's odd. This isn't a dream. This isn't a dream. Then why is my blood burning as I'm following Akiha? It's like I want to kill Akiha. Yeah, bud. We kind of talked about how your bloodline is literally a bloodline of monster killers, and well, she's part demon. Thump. Thump, 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 thump. Sensing something, I instantly conceal myself. Akia's coming. She looks around from side to side as if searching for something. There isn't anyone here, I guess. I hear her thinking aloud. I must be that close if I can hear her. Peering from the shadows, I look out onto the street. My head aches. The air around me tenses. I collapse to the ground. I've never felt such pain before. It's so bad it makes me seriously think my skull just split open and I'm going to die. Ouch! Shaking my head, I stand up. I don't know how long I was out, but the night is quiet. Wait a minute. Why am I here? I'm out on the main street. I saw Akiha by the gate, and after that... Well, that's right, I followed her. What am I doing? I'm surprised at what I'm doing. Huh? An unpleasant smell pricks at my nose. A smell I've never known until now. Bro, did I just shit myself? Smell that stuck to my mouth during my dreams these past few days. From that alley? Getting a bad feeling, I run towards the alley. That's a lot of blood. It's like a rehash of my dream last night. In the alley, there's a collapsed stranger. Despite the blood flowing from their neck, the person is still breathing. Everything before me turns crimson. But this isn't a dream. Maybe it's because I've had all those dreams of murder, but I can think calmly. I go out to the street. I go to the nearest public phone and call the nearest hospital. Wow, thank you for actually being, like, smart. I was going to say, this is where you be like, okay, let's solve this problem. And, call on a phone. Which I think is free to call 911. After giving a fake name, fine. Probably don't want to get caught up with the school. I tell the location, the condition of the victim, and I hang up the phone. Now, before the ambulance arrives, I should head back to the mansion so no one sees me. After running without stopping, I can finally relax. I don't have anything to feel bad about, but I felt that getting involved would be dangerous, and I did the best I could. The person in the alley was still breathing, and the bleeding wasn't that bad, so I don't think it was life-threatening. As expected, running here with all my strength, including up that big hill, was a little much. I'm completely out of breath. Crap. Dizziness assails me. I can feel my consciousness withdrawing. This isn't a normal dizziness. If it's this bad, if I collapse, I won't be able to get up for a while. Don't land on your arm funny. I had a family friend, or my family had a family friend. I'm not really a family friend, but apparently, like, her son got blackout drunk and fell asleep on his arm wrong. And like, I'm talking like he was out cold, right? And literally they had to amputate the arm because he just killed it by sleeping on it so badly. And like, great, thanks for telling me this. There's probably more to that story than what I know. But because of that, I will never sleep on my arm. Damn, I have to go back to my room before. I lean up against the stairs. I manage to take one step up the stairs. That's it, though. I collapse. Oh, man. He needs life alert. I've fallen and I can't get up. Evil at every corner, too. Strong rays of sunshine cause me to open my eyes. I'm in my room. I'm now wearing my pajamas and lying in bed. Excuse me. With a knock, the door opens. Oh, Kohaku-san enters carrying a towel and a bucket. Ah, good morning, Shiki-san. How are you feeling? Kohaku-san draws near with her normal smile. I think back to last night's conversation with Hisui. Tucking that away into the back of my mind, I try to make my usual smile. Morning, Kohaku-san. Did you carry me up here? Huh? Don't you remember, Shiki-san? I found you alone on the stairs and you stood up once I called out to you. No. You said you had a nice nap and started to walk. Huh? Are we being taken over by our, like, Nanaya self? Because remember, from the very beginning of the game, there was that little Nanaya boy locked away in the heart, so... I did lend you my shoulder, but you walked here by yourself. I don't remember. I must have been so tired that I forgot that I did what I did. So you don't remember anything about last night? Maybe. I don't remember anything after I came back to the mansion. Huh. That's unfortunate. Shiki-san, you kept apologizing to me. I inquired why you kept apologizing. You kept saying that you were an idiot and a blockhead. Shiki-san, are you a blockhead? No, I don't think so. Well, I'm really starting to get the idea that they think my brain is made out of wood. Anyway, thanks a lot. If I slept on the stairs, I'd have caught a cold. No, you'd get worse than a caught cold, dude. You could have busted your head open. A cold is like such a minor thing. Who literally cares about a cold? In school, huh? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? The clock tells me it's already past 10 in the morning. No, Kohaku's at school! Yes, today is your school's founding holiday, so you don't have school. That's right. Come to think of it, it was. I completely forgot about it since I've been spacing out at school lately. Well, I should get up anyway. If I sleep any longer, Akiha will. I sit up on my bed. Huh? I can't really. My body won't move. I try to get up with my arms, but they have no strength. Uh-oh, are we back to this? Are we back to the bed arc? Seems your condition is still bad. You have a slight fever and you look a little pale. It may be boring, but please rest in bed today, Shiki-san. Can you at least get me a Game Boy? Oh my god. Please. Kohaku-san wipes my forehead with a cold, wet towel. Feels good and cold. Huh? It seems your fever is down. You're not sweating as much and your face looks much better. You should be well by the evening. Kohaku-san crisply brings up the thermometer and an ice pillow. The thermometer, though, doesn't go in the mouth. Sorry, what's an ice pillow? Sorry, I need to Google this. What the frick is an ice pillow? What? Ice pillow. I've never heard of this. Ice pillow. They make these? These are real? I would literally kill someone for this. Okay, that's really funny. I typed in ice pillow and the recommended is Yuri on for Google Images. No. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've never heard of an ice pillow. This is amazing. I love cold pillows. I need one. I need one right now. Oh my god. Okay. My pillows get so freaking sweaty. Okay, sorry. It's big news to me. In the end, she makes me open my mouth. open my mouth. And checks the condition of my tongue. Sorry, no, that is my mouth. I have no tongue down there. Well, I'll bring you some rice porridge right away. Shiki-san, you better behave today. How can I... behave in what way? I literally can't do anything. Kohaku-san. Yes? What is it, Shiki-san? As expected, she's like always. Her usual cheerful smile doesn't change. I can't bring myself to think that her smile is just an act. Nothing. I'm looking forward to the rice porridge. Yes, well then, excuse me. Kohaku-san disappears down the hall, her footsteps paddling after her. Padding. I just sit and stare at that figure silently. Noon arrives. After bringing the food, Kohaku-san went back to her duties. Being alone, I let out a sigh as I think of my strange circumstances. Myself being adopted, Akiya saying that she doesn't care about it, Hisuing Kohaku-san, and the killer that's still on the loose. Ask Kohaku-san, but it doesn't seem like there was a new victim in the news today. I guess last night's victim was saved, but while Shiki is on the loose, there will be more victims. If only this body did what I told it to, I could stop Shiki. I lay my head back on my pillow as I start to say that. Maybe it's because I've been seeing those dreams, but I'm beginning to have violent thoughts like Shiki. Whatever I do, well, I should heal up first. I close my eyes. Was I this tired all along? My energy strengths for me and I feel sleepiness overcome me. Hello? I can hear my pulse in my ears. Thump, 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 thump. It echoes inside my whole body noisily and jerks me awake from dozing off. Hot. I'm thirsty again. My throat's dry, my mind is foggy. I open my eyes. My body still feels sluggish, my fever is slightly increased. But still, I should be able to at least go to the dining room and get some water. The hallway's empty. A long time ago. So long ago I don't remember. Something I don't need to remember. This place is like quiet, like ruins you might see in a movie. Or a fighting game stage. Hello? Where'd you go, my friend? Hot. The sunlight is hot. I just want some water, so why? Something compels my legs to move. Where are you going, bud? Out to the outhouse. Seems like the detached building is bathed in sunlight. Completely like I'm in a hot desert, my vision dims white. Thud, I hear a noise. It's from this detached house. Someone. Is there someone in there? I'm going to bring open my notepad just in case. You never know. Opening the sliding door very slightly, I peer in from the porch. Inside, I see the figures of Akiya and Kohaku. They look a little strange. I hear the swishing of an obi being removed. Yep, here we go. What? Without a word, Kohaku-san pulls down her kimono and shows us the goods. There they are. Naked at 1350. Good thing I opened that up. Kohaku stands there with a blushing face and does not move. This is going to be the most intense boob-sucking music ever. Kohaku presses her lips against the bared white chest. Tension. Kohaku looks down at her bare chest, and Akiya crouches so that she is burying her face in Kohaku's breasts. A thin red drop makes a line down her breast. Akiya's throat starts to move, swallowing something. What? What is she drinking? There's no need to ask, I already understand. Akiya, she's drinking Kohaku's blood. Time itself seems to freeze. This didn't happen last time. My entire body pulses and I feel inside out. That should be me, damn it! My heart doesn't even beat. It ticks like it was a machine. My very cells have transformed. My bodily functions have quieted like a still lake. All I can do is move my head and process what I see. Akiha, bewilderment fills my world. Is Akiha a vampire too? Akiha-sama. Kohaku's lips tremble. Please stop. When you take any more, it'll be bad for you. Just like overdosing on medicine, getting too used to blood would cause you... You want to say I'll be like Shiki? That is strange, Kohaku. You don't want that? Her eyes are filled with enjoyment. Kohaku doesn't answer. That is fine. I didn't like father either. He was pure evil. Just thinking he was my real father made me want to kill him. Right? Succumbing to his blood and forcing his passions on you while you were still a child. Wow, okay, here we go. We're going with that, huh? Every day he would do these disgraceful assaults without end. So Kohaku, I already know that you have a grudge against me and Shiki. Wow! Even that's being laid out on the table, huh? Why? You know all that and still drink my blood? Of course. I know it can't be helped that you have a grudge against me, but I still like you. So whatever you do, I'll forgive you. Unless you mess with what's most important to me, that is. With a smile, Akia licks Kohaku's nopple. With a sudden jerk, shaking her shoulders, Kohaku stifles a gasp. No, Akia-sama, if you drink more blood than usual, really... No need to worry. I won't become like Nissan. To me, sucking blood is just for pleasure. It won't destroy me like it did Shiki. But then, it would make you happy if it did. Kohaku doesn't answer. She only narrows her eyes, not affirming nor denying. Akia's red tongue slides along Kohaku's white skin. Akia clenches her nails against Kohaku's breast. Slice, they break the surface of the skin, and ruby drops of blood appear. Chicky chicky! Chicky chicky! Chicky chicky! What does that even mean? Chicky chicky! My heart rumbles. My will has gone to a far off place. What the frick is going chicky chicky? Thump thump, commanding me to kill. Kill. Akia-sama, why did Shiki-sama want so much blood? My blood was enough for him to stay alive. Yes, your blood was enough for him. As a synchronizer, your blood is more efficient and tasty. But reproduction and sucking blood are different. It isn't that there needs to be a lot of blood. Everyone's blood is a different taste. To something that has become accustomed to sucking blood, different flavors are desired. There is no limit? Yes. But this is more like a hobby, so if your will is strong enough, you can quit. If you want delicious blood, it is easy to obtain some. Really, Shiki and I just need the blood of one person. Am I entranced? Just looking at Akia sipping the blood, I can't even breathe. Chicky chicky! Chicky chicky! Pain. If it hurts so much, I might mistakenly kill to be free of this pain. Just the blood of one person? Yes. For Shiki, it may have been mine. That is why he never came here. If he did that, the fun game would be over. Yes, over completely. If you drink what would be the best blood, there would be nothing left afterwards. I would kill the one I love the most and drink up their life. After that, the only thing left would be emptiness. Akia tightens her fingers around Kohaku's body. Kohaku closes her eyes and endures Akia's actions. That is why I will never go after the thing I want the most. If there is a time for me to do that, then that is... After finding out, it will never become mine. Uh-oh. Akia and Kohaku collapse together. Rustle, rustle. Her red hair fills the room like a waterfall. Well, now red, huh? Huh. Fighting back nausea, I escape with bloodshot eyes. The dizziness threatens to overpower me. What was she saying? Chiki! Sucking blood. Just like Shiki, and joking with Kohaku as she sucked her blood. Her red hair, Kohaku-san, disgracefully assaulted by Makihisa. Chiki chiki! My head is pounding, my heart is still wild. I saw Akia drinking Kohaku's blood and I thought it was beautiful. Chiki 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 chiki! Crimson hair, a vermilion spiderweb, freakishly scarlet like the wings of a poisonous moth, the very color of evil, excessively beautiful, excessively poisonous. Therefore, I am ruled by this strange feeling. Underneath the brilliant sun, I walk through the woods. Chiki chiki! Chiki chiki! Chiki chiki! Shut up! The incessant racket does not stop. Chiki chiki! The unnatural sounds, I can hear them coming from behind me. Chiki chiki! Chiki chiki! Chiki chiki! Insects. Some black insects are crawling around my back. Because Kohaku-san called me a blockhead, these insects think my spine is a tree and crawl around it looking for honey. Chiki chiki, chiki chiki, chiki chiki, chiki chiki, chiki chiki, chiki chiki, chiki chiki. The insects gather around my spine, crawl into my brain through my neck. Countless insects claw my back, crying out as the insects enter. A sick impulse almost seizes me. Kill. The command to kill Tono Akiha fills my brain. There can be no mistake. The name of these insects is the urge to kill. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I slap the back of my neck with my hand. I feel like I'd go crazy if I didn't. I don't hate Akiha for sucking blood. I only hate myself. I hate my being filled with the command to kill her. Shaking off the insects from my back, I escaped to my room. Leaning my back against the wall, I catch my breath. I can't control myself. Just what's different between Shiki and the way I am now? No, that isn't really important. Why? Why couldn't I understand her? Kohaku-san. The word in Makihisa's journal. The word synchronizer. Kohaku and Hisu weren't adopted, they were just brought here as tools. The meaning. I didn't know the meaning of what it meant to be Makihisa's servant. I didn't even try to understand. Every day without end, Akiha said that. I wouldn't have to think too hard about what Makihisa did. If Makihisa was subject to the same violent urges as me, I understand all too clearly what he must have done. Always. That girl was always by the window, not knowing how to leave her, even to beg for help. Makihisa had no sympathy for Kohaku still being a little girl. It was written in the journal. Makihisa only saw Kohaku as a tool, just like a child, placing all his emotions onto her. The girl would just perpetually stare at us when we played in the garden. I can't condemn Makihisa. I also tortured her more than Makihisa. Hisui said it, that Kohaku-san always wanted to become a Hisui. I can't even imagine it. The girl being locked in the mansion ever since childhood, looking down at us playing behind that clear wall of a window every day. Despite this, she gave me something important. She gave me something important to her as I left. After that, for the sake of her younger sister, she began smiling in her own play. A terrible farce. Only inside the play, even she knows is a lie. All she can do is laugh? What? What a terrible thing I've done. Thinking that Kohaku-san was Hisui, I've spoken to her about my memories of the past. The day of the welcome party, while cooking with Kohaku-san, I'd spoke so happily about memories with Hisui. She said she didn't feel pain when she cut her finger. Foolish. My chest constricts. I can't breathe. Myself that wants to kill Akiha. Myself that couldn't even understand what was going on. Sorry. Sorry, Kohaku-san. My consciousness wavers. My body enters a stupor. For the first time, I want to kill myself using my ability. But don't. But don't do that, though. That'd be really bad. Don't do that, actually. Akiha-sama, won't you call a doctor? That is pointless. He isn't sick. He won't get better unless we take away what's causing it. Akiha and Hisui are talking. This is Shiki's room. It looks like I am sleeping on the bed. I try to get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My body is heavy like lead. All I can move freely are my mouth and eyes. For an instant, I think I am still dreaming. You failed, Hisui. I told you to pay attention to Nissan today, right? I can't even trust you to take care of Nissan like this. I am very sorry. If you want to apologize, apologize to Nissan. Apologizing to me will just make me angry. I don't understand why they're like that. But I understand that Hisui is being scolded because of me. Akiha-sama, I cannot help Shiki-sama if he collapses. Please give Nei-san my duty. That won't do. I can't let Kohaku near Nissan. You shouldn't either. Be with Kohaku every time she's here and never let her alone with Nissan. Wow. Wow. This is some, like, deep conspiracy stuff. Well, because, yeah, Akiha knows that she wants to kill... Wow. But Akiha-sama, Shiki-sama's condition is getting worse. If he does not receive medicine from Nei-san, he will not even be able to stand. That is true. But that's better for me. Akiha murmurs this as she ponders. Hisui, tell Nei-san to skip school for a few days when he wakes. He has not been well these past few days, so do not let him out of this room until he gets better. I will contact his school. I can no longer see Akia's figure. A subdued Hisui is the only one in the room. Shiki-sama, are you awake? I'm surprised. Akia didn't even realize it, but Hisui must have known I was awake. Yeah, I woke up just a little bit ago. Sorry. Because of me, Akia was mad at you. No, it was only natural for her to be angry. I did not realize that you had collapsed, Shiki-sama. Jeez. I'm used to it. And what's with Akia wanting me to skip school? I'm fine, so I don't really need intensive care or anything. Shiki-sama, about that, can you not do as she tells you to do? Huh? You mean not going to school tomorrow? Hisui nods. She looks as if she's not worried about being scolded by Akiha. Rather, she is really concerned over me. Oh, I can't say no to those eyes. I understand. I'll rest from school tomorrow. Is that acceptable? Hisui gives a weak, apologetic smile. Well then, please excuse me. If anything happens, please call for me. Hisui disappears with a bow. The instant I become alone, sleepiness assails me. In all seriousness, there does seem to be something wrong with my body. I'm trying to stay awake, but it's no use. Staring at the pattern on the ceiling, I easily fall asleep. Are we gonna have a dream? We are absolutely... Oh no, it's just the next day. Origami. Why is there this much sadness? I don't understand the reason. Whatever happens to anyone, it is their fate. It's not something I can receive as a stranger. Neither pain, nor happiness, nor feelings, nor flesh. It's not that I'm sad. Oh, it's her. So why is this relentless regret? Even though I never knew about that girl, never mind, Rashiki. Even though I only looked at her now. For me, there isn't a connection between the two. So why? After thinking on the past I did not see until now, why does my chest feel like it's tearing apart? Yeah, that's the hindsight that kind of wraps up this whole route. Yeah, that's how it feels. Hey, I wonder what is the most miserable. That moonlit night. The killer I happened to meet that one night asked that question. That was just one of the many rambling and meaningless scenes. And how did I respond? Sadness is easy to see and happiness is hard to understand. To find miserable situations, you have to look way down. If being miserable is living a life so painful and full of suffering that it makes you wish you were dead, then it would mean it was better if you were never born. As for me, I thought the saddest thing was to never have been born. After I said that, the killer laughed. After laughing so hard, he said something along the lines that I was a really nice guy. What is misery? Not even realizing your misery and mistaking it for happiness, I think. I remember nodding to that. That really can't be helped, not being able to think that you're miserable. The only thing that is granted to them will be that sympathy is meaningless. Believing the illusion that she's happy, she will live a laughable life. As a stranger that can't feel pain, I agreed that kind of misery was the worst. That's a very, deep morning thought. I slowly wake up for no apparent reason. The combination of the cool breeze and the sunlight streaming from the window feels great. The weather is simply exquisite. If it's not the kind of weather to spend all day in bed, I lift my upper body. Still no good. My arms are still sluggish. It's not like I can't stand up, but I probably won't be able to walk. I hear the gentle rhythm of knocking. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. How are you feeling? I feel fine. I bet I'll be able to move by evening. Kind of remember saying that last night, but it should be fine this time. Shiki-sama, may I ask you a question? Huh? What is it? Shiki-sama, while you were living with the Arima family, did you ever collapse like this before? Hisui's voice is weak. She seems to be worrying that my declining condition is due to me coming back here. Oh, you don't need to feel responsible, Hisui. This happened to me while I lived with the Arimas. Well, maybe once a year during middle school, but that stopped once I entered high school. But I was ready thinking that if it was going to come, it should be pretty soon. And did you recover quickly at those times? In a day or two, so it's not a big deal. You act like I have some serious illness or something. Shiki-sama, I think it is a serious illness. I've heard that you have anemia, but nothing like this. Have you never thought that your body was strange? Ha! My doctor always says my body is just totally weird. Come to think of it, collapsing like this and recovering so quickly, I could say my strength is much more amazing than most people's. I tried to laugh it off and made her angry. Shiki-sama, peoples whose strength is much more amazing do not have many fevers during the night. Do you remember how many times you had a fever last night? Did something happen? It was last night. As soon as you fell asleep, you had a fever. You began to sweat profusely, and I had to come check on you every hour. If I do say so myself, that's amazing. If it is amazing, but I am a bit embarrassed to have been such a burden to her. Huh? Come to think of it, these are different pajamas that I wore last night. Hisui, did Kohaku-san change my clothes? No, Akiha-sama did it herself. Last night, Akiha-sama and I took turns caring for you. After you calmed down this morning, Akiha-sama returned to her room. Akiha did? As I blurt this out, I flash back to what I saw yesterday. Akiha, who was sucking Kohaku-san's boob blood. Akiha, who was yelling at Hisui. Shiki-sama? I vaguely hear Hisui's voice. Maybe I showed my tension on my face. It's nothing. I see. Akiha took care of me, huh? Yes. She would come every hour and take care of you. Since I wasn't able to contact you physically, it was fortunate that Akiha-sama came. How stupid of me. Akiha was so worried about me, but what did I think about her? Thanks, Hisui. Please tell Akiha thanks, too. Yes. Well then, Shiki-sama, I will bring you breakfast, so please wait a moment. Hisui leaves the room and I lift myself up. Leaving my back against the wall, I take a deep breath. My body's gotten a little better and the weather outside is excellent. To add to that, I'm truly happy that Hisui and Akiha took care of me last night. Still, I feel down. I haven't seen Kohaku-san since yesterday. I don't know if I see her face, I won't be able to talk to her normally. But still, I just want to see her face. I am on a route after all, right? Well, it passes noon and the sun starts to dip from its top of the sky. Its dip from the top of the sky. My condition does not improve, but it doesn't get worse either. Not knowing what to do, I just stare out the window. Even though I try not to think, one person pops into my mind. I know the killer Shiki has to be dealt with, but I'm thinking of Kohaku-san. Well, a solid knock at the door. 7 out of 10. Ni-san, it is me. Can I come in? Akiha's voice. I don't really have any reason to avoid her. Obviously, I'm concerned about yesterday, but it didn't look like she hated Kohaku-san, and it might be something she has to do. Those of the tone of blood need synchronizers. Akiha isn't hurting her like my old man did, so I should just keep quiet about it for now. You don't need to ask me. Come on in. Yes, excuse me, Ni-san. Akiha enters my room. Akiha, what about school? It's not even 1 o'clock, right? I took today off. If you are suffering, I should not leave, right? With a smile, Akiha comes over to my bed. I will take your temperature, so please, put this in your tokus. After that, we will need to change your sheets, so can you just get up for a moment? She sticks the thermometer right in my tokus. It looks like she came in place of Hisui. After checking my temperature, she smartly changes my sheets and gets out a fresh set of pajamas. Come to think of it, Kohaku-san was efficient too, but she didn't have Akiha's air of swiftness. Even though Kohaku-san is relaxed normally, she probably has things ordered so there's nothing unnecessary done. All finished. Ni-san, please lay down. Still standing, I steal a glance out the window. Kohaku-san is gathering the fallen leaves with her broom in the garden. I could probably say hi from here, so... Ni-san, I have finished putting the new sheets on your bed. Sorry. I spaced out a little. I sluggishly lie back on my bed. Sitting down on a chair, she starts to peel an apple rather clumsily. With an intense look on her face, she intently works the knife, but sometimes she uses too much strength and the knife almost flies towards the bed. Is she practicing to be a good housewife? I wish she would do such dangerous things in the kitchen. Akiha, you don't have to force yourself. Indirectly, I tell her not to do things she's not good at. Akiha, a little dissatisfied, puts down the apple and the knife on the floor. Sorry, why would you put it on the floor? That's kind of gross. Seeing her with the plate and fork, it was obvious she was trying to do something she's not good at. Despite the result, I'm happy for Akia's care. But it's funny, so I start to laugh. Hey, what is so funny, Nissan? I did not do anything to make you laugh. I was just thinking that this is just like back then. When I was sick as a child, you used to clumsily take care of me back then, too. Yeah, I remember. When I was still living as an adopted child, when I was playing with Akiha, I caught a fever and collapsed. I was resting in that detached house after that, but Akiha escaped the mansion to come care for me. Sure brings back memories. At first, you just held my hand, but you started to try and take care of me. At the end, you even took some empty syringes and were going to inject me, right? Yeah, don't inject air. That's worse than nothing. I regret it now, but it's the truth I cannot take back. No kidding. If Jinan-san hadn't realized it and stopped you, I probably would have died. Incidentally, Jinan-san was the assistant of the family doctor. I was going to say, who? After that time, he became my personal physician. Jinan-sensei? Come to think of it, even though you didn't like doctors, you always ended up losing to him. Of course, that person is a mad doctor. If you disobey him, he'll pay you back twice as much. Do you understand how scary that is? Who knows, Akiha says as she smiles. She knows it doesn't concern her, and she isn't being cute at all. Speaking of doctors, when did Kohaku-san get her pharmacist license? She seems to be very close to our age, but does that sort of thing have like an age limit? That is true, but it is Father's doing. We don't know the exact date of Kohaku and Hisui's birth, so Father did a little manipulation of the documents and made her older. Bro, I don't know how you even made it more sus, but you did. Whoa. As expected of a rich man, his methods are a bit illegal. A bit? Okay. But I think Hisui's about your age. So then Kohaku is also about my age because that's how twins work, right? I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like nobody understands the concept of twins in this game. Like, again, it doesn't matter if they're a couple minutes or even a few days apart. We're pretty much the same age. Thank you for being sensical with that next sentence. Kohaku and Hisu are twins, so that would naturally make her around your age, right? No way. Kohaku-san and I the same age? Well, it's not like I really gave it much thought, but I always felt she was older. Well, she certainly doesn't act older, but I never thought of her as the same age. Because if that's true, then from when Kohaku-san was 8 or 9, Tonomaki Hisa did. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's, you came to the same conclusion that I did. I imagine a crack in my body. Nissan? What is wrong? Are you feeling all right? Nah, it's nothing. No need to worry. After all, this is just a brief pain. There's no need to worry. Sweating like that. Or there is a need to worry. Sweating like that. You seem like you will collapse any moment now. But compared to Kohaku-san... Compared to that, this pain is nothing. I really want to see Kohaku-san after all. I don't know what I'll say after I meet her, but I want to see her and do something. I still haven't fulfilled my promise from 8 years ago. This isn't the time for me to be lazing around here. And just like that, suddenly my dizziness comes to a complete stop. How's that? Have you calmed down? Akia's placing her palm on my forehead. Her cool fingers, it seems the cool sensation has doused away my dizziness like soothing water. Actually, that's kind of cool. Technically, Akiha, like, because she can absorb heat, she technically has cooling powers too. Boy, imagine that, fire and ice powers. That'd be really cool in this universe. Nissan, how are you feeling? Didn't I already tell her? Her eyes are dead serious. Her gaze seems to be asking something different. Fine. I'll just have to investigate myself. After saying this, she lowers her hand from my forehead. Her palm smoothly glides to the top of my shirt. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong in particular. but your fluctuating temperature might be due to me simply not being used to it. Murmuring to herself, she draws back her hand. Nissan, you have a normally healthy body, but you have anemia like this very often. Do you ever think that is strange? Yeah, well, the doctor told me that many times, but what about it? Of course. Doctors cannot know the reason for your anemia. Hey, Nissan, do you want to know the reason for it? Huh? My heart skips a beat. What I haven't known for all these years. This unstable body of mine. Ikea knows? It doesn't seem like you're joking. Right. If you want to know, then I will tell you. It is due to the sins of my family, so you have a right to know. For some reason, her words seem very dangerous. But I can't shake my head in denial after all this. I want to know. Please tell me, Akiha. I understand. Then I will tell you. I say that, but you already know most of it. After that accident 8 years ago, you became this way, right? So that has to be the root of all this. 8 years ago? You mean when I was almost killed by Shiki? Exactly. At that time, Shiki stole the majority of your life. After Father carried out the sentence on Shiki, he was kept alive in the basement, right? So Shiki is using your life in place of the life he lost to stay alive. That's why, Nissan. That's why you cannot move around freely with your own life. And as a result, you are always teetering on the brink of death. So as long as Shiki is alive, you will always be like this. You can never go back to the way you were before. On the edge of death? Well, that's ridiculous. It's just... It can't just be anemia. Not being able to move freely and losing consciousness as frequently can't be called anemia. So it's just like she says, there's not much difference between this and drifting into death. Why? But I made it this far. If I lived like this for 8 years, then I can surely... No. Until now, Shiki was locked away, so you were able to live barely. But now Shiki is going outside and using your life to do as he pleases. The burden for whatever he does now is on you, so he will not be able to live like before. My pulse surges. Her words hold nothing back. Since they are the truth, they pierce my heart like a sword even more. Nissan, if you want to hate someone, hate Shiki, or the one who set him free. Oh. Okay. Well, slight problem. We're on that person's route, so we can't really do that one. So we'll definitely go with Shiki. Because even if he is alive, if Shiki was quiet, this would have never happened to you. She bites her lip as she says this. Is she that angry at Shiki for stealing my life? She bites so hard that blood flows from her lips. Akiha. But she isn't looking at me. She's staring into emptiness as if staring at an enemy. But rest assured, I will do anything to protect you, Nissan. So you can always smile. I will kill Shiki, that's what you want to say? I remember my old man's journal. The responsibility of the head of the Tono household is to exterminate all those who stray from a human existence. That one night, Akiha was hugging me, desperately fighting back tears. That time, I know she said those words. She said she didn't want to kill her brother with her own hands. She was crying, not being able to tell me that. It's fine. You don't have to feel any responsibility. No. I am the head of the Tono family. So all the crimes any member of the Tono house has committed, I will indefinitely... Hey, you don't have to make such a painful face. Yeah, one that's new. New sprites still, even at the end of this game. Like, we're still finding new ones. It's okay. This has happened before. Whatever Shiki does, I'll recover in a matter of days. So you don't have to worry. Nissan, you are just repeating yourself. I cannot bear you to be like this. Not even knowing if you may die any minute. So I told you not to worry. Shiki is my responsibility. You don't have to do anything. Nissan. Yeah. Kia doesn't have to kill her own brother. This is just between me and him. If the Tono blood is cursed and I has been forced into this ridiculous dance for 8 years, then I, with my own hands, will end all of this that started 8 years ago. Neither Kohaku-san nor Akiha should suffer any longer from that blood. Nissan, Has she relaxed? She finally eases her shoulders. Thank goodness. You are definitely my Nissan. Just like 8 years ago, you only protect me. Her brimming eyes look directly at me. How do you say this? The atmosphere has become incredibly intimate. And as if to spoil this great mood, Akia's stomach lets out a growl. Oh, bro. Girls don't need to eat. Ha ha ha, that's the joke. Come to think of it, Akia stayed up all night watching over me. She must have been so worried that she didn't eat. I think I'm getting hungry. I try to follow her up. Oh, he said that. Jeez, I was so relaxed I let down my guard. Akia gives an embarrassed excuse. Well, maybe it'd help me out. I don't know what would have flowed from that mood. Something that I don't want to see in this route. Akia, I'm fine right now, so please rest. You took care of me all night, right? Yes. It was really nothing at all. I could not help you, and I only did the best that I could. That's enough. I heard it all from Hisui. I really am happy to have such a great little sister. Not real little sister, but okay. Yes, then I suppose I will rest a little bit. I will come again after dinner, so please rest and relax. Getting up from the chair, Akia leaves the room. Please, before you go, anything to do, please. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. A light knock and the door opens. Thanks for waiting. Oh, hey, just who I wanted to see, actually. Shiki-san, time for dinner. Hey, sorry about the weird cut. I, realized what might be coming up and went to lock my door because, well, you know what's coming up. You know what's coming up. I mean, listen to the sax. Look at the sunset. It's been a minute. I think we all know what's gonna happen. Thanks for waiting, Shiki-san. Time for dinner. Yeah? Kohaku-san's arrival takes me completely by surprise. Huh? Kohaku-san? Yes? She tilts her head. I thought Akia said she wouldn't let you near me. Still off kilter with surprise, I blurred out what I was thinking. Yes, I was ordered the same thing, but Akiha-sama and Hisui-chan do not know how to do an IV. Hey, guess what I hate? I hate IVs. When I was young, my veins were like nice and big, but like right now, like my veins on my wrist are so small that when I go to the IV, the guy hits my arm for like half hour each time. Just whacks away at it, and he's like, you don't really have many good veins, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I'm at the point where I'm like, just get your person who's like the crazy person who can get into my veins regardless. And he's like, well, no, I'll get it. He's whacking away at my arm, and I'm like, please, just do it. And then the worst is when they put in the IV up here in the hand, like right here. I can't, like right there. It's the worst. I can't do it. I hate IVs so much. Like in my arm is whatever. On my hand, I can't stand. And you know what? The first time I ever had an IV was when I had mono. It's called the kissing disease, and I don't know where I literally don't know where I don't know. I literally have not kissed anyone. I didn't know how I got it. Regardless, I got mono and my skin was yellow and itchy. And when I had the IV in with my skin being itchy, it was the worst moment of my entire life, bar none. I wanted to die because having something stabbed into you and the area around it being itchy and your whole body being itchy, I wanted to die. I legitimately the most out of any time I've been in pain. I think the reason I got mono was a student coughed in my face. I did not like that. Shiki-san, after dinner, you'll have to get a shot, you know. With her usual smile, she wheels in a cart and shuts the door. On top of the cart, there is food. On the lower shelf, there is a syringe and everything needed for an IV. Kohaku-san? First is dinner, right? Here you go, she says as she presents the meal on a platter. Kohaku-san's smile is full of contentment. How could I destroy it? Please act like before. I remember Hisui's words. Even I want her to keep smiling like this. I want to see her smile happily just like this. I can't destroy that. Well, I'll dig in. Yes. Please chew everything well. Lowering my eyes, I pick up my chopsticks. Kohaku-san stands nearby with that smile. It's all so sad I just can't look at her. Click, clank. Sound of my utensils echo throughout the room. Seeing her so close to me and smiling makes me want to kill myself. Why am I so sad? Kohaku-san is right there. The one I wanted to meet since yesterday's here, so there can't be any reason to be sad. Sadness is easy to see. Happiness is difficult to understand. For example, a girl who was locked away in the mansion since she was very young. The girl giving Tonoshiki her ribbon despite it all that. The stupid me that spoke so happily about the past in this mansion. Such things caused me pain. Clink, clank. The sound of my utensils. Bringing my hands together, I thank her for the meal. As if she was happy that I had seconds, she cheerfully takes the dishes. If that was true happiness, maybe I'd be happy as well. That's pretty simple, isn't it? I suddenly find the reason for my sadness. There must be something wrong with me to not have seen it earlier. I just like this person. I love her to a point where I can't even imagine seeing her in pain. It seems I've finally realized this simple fact. Well then, a shot before your IV. Shiki-san, can you roll up your sleeve for me? I roll it up to the elbow. This won't be too painful, so just relax. My Kihisa-sama would sometimes fall ill too, so I've had a lot of practice, you know. She rubs my arm with a swab of cotton drenched in alcohol. I don't know what to do. Kohaku-san says Tonomakihisa's name as if it was nothing. This perfect act, is there a reason for it? Come to think of it, you were always injuring yourself as a little kid. You would ignore Makihisa-sama's scolding and run around the garden. She speaks nostalgically. Can't look at her smile directly. For an instant, her smile changes from its usual form. It isn't her cheerful smile. It's a smile that comes from describing a distant, longed-for dream. But to protect the Kohaku-san of the present, I have to play along with this charade. That's right. But Kohaku-san, you also seem to be having a lot of fun. Yes, running around with you, Shiki-san. Yeah, it really was fun. Playing in the garden until sunset. But after it was all over, you would always get yelled at for being covered in mud. That's another act too. That smile is just fake. Not being able to stand it anymore, I wrap my arms around this girl speaking of her dream. Aww. I can't even hold on to her tightly. Shiki-san? Her questioning voice reaches me. I just wordlessly hold her close to me in my Denver Broncos shirt and stroke her hair. I can't let her see my face. I probably have a horrible expression. I can't meet her gaze, her sharp perception. If I did that, she would know that I know everything. But still, I try to hold back and bite my lip. Shiki-san? Does it hurt that much, Shiki-san? No. No, it isn't like that. All I can do is grip her with my fingers. I can't hold her tightly, but I want to embrace her as much as I can. That's no good, Shiki-san. You're a boy, so you have to endure some pain. Her arm brushes against my hair. She quietly rubs my head. That breaks my limit. It's okay. Shiki-san, did you say something? Kohaku-san asks. No matter how much my mind screams at me to stop, the words just come out. It's okay. You don't have to smile any longer. It's okay. You don't have to force yourself to smile. My voiced feelings spurt forth from clenched lips. Her hand stops moving. Kohaku-san freezes. She doesn't even breathe. Ka-cha. I hear a noise. Kohaku-san pulls away. Oh no, it looks like the IV spilled. The usual smile. Unfortunately, the next one will not arrive until tomorrow, so we'll have to stop for today. Well then, Shiki-san, if anything happens, please call me. Oh god, is that what? Oh my god, that hurts. That hurts so much. Oh no, I don't like that. Kohaku-san pushes the cart as if nothing just happened. She leaves without opening the door. What was I doing? Acting like that and breaking my promise to Hisui. It's no different than Makihisa. Well, okay, a little bit. It's a little bit different, my man. It's a little bit different from Makihisa. I'm gonna say that. I couldn't even control my feelings. The open door flutters at me in ridicule. Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, did that mean the door was open? Kohaku-san left without opening the door? That's odd. I know Kohaku-san closed it when she came in. So why was the door open? That has to mean that someone was watching when I was hugging Kohaku-san. After Uh-oh. After dinner, I will return, Nissan. That's what Akia said. Akia saw it. I ponder aloud. That wasn't really a big deal. So why do I have this whirlpool of uneasiness in my chest like I just did something I can never take back? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Night falls. The clear daytime sky turns into a black dome. The swarm of clouds carouse across the sky and obscure the moonlight. Take a deep breath and get out of bed. See? Told them I'd be better by the evening. I'm pretty much better. There isn't anything to stop me from running about. I take my knife from the drawer. Alright. Place it in my pocket and psych myself up. The problems really have piled up. But I won't mistake what I can do and what must be done. The killer wandering the streets. Tonight, I will have to end Shiki's wanderings once and for all. It's her big brother. It's the least I can do. Can't allow Akia to be forced into fighting her real brother. I have to stop Shiki while I can still move my body. Do you know where to go? I don't see Shiki anywhere under the clouded night streets. Damn. Guess I was thinking too optimistically. Thought I might meet Shiki if I just walked the streets at night. Even though I've never seen him, I thought I'd be able to meet him like two magnets coming together. It's probably better if I just wait somewhere instead of randomly walking about. The alley would probably be a good idea. I witnessed so many murders there in my dreams. It's probably the best bet if I want to find Shiki. Well then, I hide in the darkness and take a deep breath. Ready for an attack at any moment. I grip my knife. My heart is beating furiously. This may be imprudent, but my mind isn't out of control. Soon I will be battling Shiki. This will be an extremely close fight to the death. I don't intend to kill, but the possibility of ending that way is high. Even still, my mind is calm. Has watching those dreams truly desensitized me towards killing? The only thing that is normal is my heart. It's the only thing that feels the tension of the upcoming killing and beats a warning bell inside of me. Maybe it is the only true normalcy of Nanaya Shiki. I let out a deep breath. My insides are still overheating. Strange. My feelings are completely calm, so why is my blood racing to meet this vampire? Thump, thump. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. 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 Once before, I think I was searching for someone like this. I sense someone and instantly hide myself. The sound of footsteps. My pulse reaches new heights. The one who is coming is the one enemy I know I came here to defeat. The footsteps come closer. Only a few more steps. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. I dash towards the enemy. The enemy suddenly whirls to face me. The enemy tries to jump back, but I am many times faster. I swing my knife at my enemy's throat without the slightest hesitation. Oh. Right before impact, I managed to pull back. The knife breezes through Akia's hair. We both take a deep breath and point at each other at the same time, literally recreating the Spider-Man meme. Nissan, what are you doing here? Akia, what are you doing here? Well, I guess it's pretty obvious we're after the same thing. Akia looks at me with eyes almost brimming with complaint. I think she's still mad at me for hugging Kohaku-san, but I can't worry about that right now. Akia, just what are you doing here at this time of night? Is it not obvious? I am looking for Shiki so I can fulfill my duties as the head of the Tono family. Akia answers me. Akia, I told you I'd take care of it, so there's no need for you to put yourself in danger like this. Didn't you agree to that? That may be true, but I changed my mind. Nissan, you seemed a little busy, so I thought I would go in your place. With a Akia looks away. Akia, I won't ask what you're angry about, but isn't that a different matter? This is between me and Shiki. Akia, I won't let you get involved in such a dangerous fight. Give it up. You are very naive if you keep saying that, Nissan. Look, even now your body is getting weaker. So I will do whatever it takes to make you better. I will not listen to you if you tell me to stop. Kia looks intently at me. She's dead serious. What you say is right. I really am happy you were over me this much. But isn't it tough? Shiki is your, Nissan. You are the only one I call Nissan. Certainly this is a difficult task, but someone has to do it, right? I was raised to fulfill my duties as the head of the Tono family, so all of this is under my own resolution. More importantly, Nissan, at your current health, what are you doing? Aren't you the one who is in danger from Shiki? Akia adopts an incredibly commanding pose as she walks towards me with her finger pointed right at my throat. I unconsciously takes a few steps back under this attack. See, you're already losing to me mentally. Look, you are just a normal human, so a monster like Shiki is far too above your level. I will escort you this night, but from now on, you have to take care of yourself. Akia grabs my arm and walks off. Wait, Akia, wait up! Oh, quiet, if you make a racket this late at night, you'll just attract the police. I lose once again. Oh well. My body still isn't fully well, so I should just go back like she says. That was not how I expected this night to go. Nissan, please go back to your room. I am almost also done for the night. Akia turns away, still a bit perturbed. Her black hair swishes in the air. For no reason whatsoever, I see her and feel this incredible uneasiness. Akia. Yes. What is it, Nissan? I can trust it, right? I say that without even really knowing what I want to trust in. Akia looks surprised for a moment. Yes, you've not done anything you need to worry about, so please rest. She says this with a completely unclouded smile. Akia walks away. My room is on the second floor in the western part of the mansion. His is in the eastern part. Does living under the same roof with being so far away make me that uneasy? With this lingering uneasiness that I still can't define, I open the door to my room. Locks of hair. Really? Well, I'm gonna be real. I thought we could beat this game tonight, but this is game, really, the whole thing. But I think that, there's still a lot left. Way too much. A lot. So in that case, I will see you guys next time for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. So next time we're going to be going to well, I don't know, because it's this route is going in such weird ways, right? I think we're gonna try and talk with Kohaku-san again and try to solve that away. But I don't know. So see you guys next time for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. Bye.